Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I try to run a TGV from the French company SNCF from Ludhiana to Ambala Cantonment platform number 2. So the total distance to be covered is 113 or 114 kilometers. The idea of this video is to see how fast we can go in this TGV without creating an accident or a mess. I have chosen this route which is downloadable from Bharat stream, Northern Railway version 1. This route is because I have chosen for this scenario is because it consists mainly of straight tracks and not too much of bends in the first part of the scenario, where I really can actually increase the speed of the train. So normally on this line the maximum speed allowed is 140 once we leave the station, but for sure we will not adhere to the speed limits. We'll try to see as how much we can go ahead and speed up this TGV. So here we go. I have released the brakes and off we go. So I will be changing the camera angles a little to give you the proper view of both the train and the scenarios and also the landscape and the different elements that has been put forward on this route. So of course I will not adhere to the speed limit because that is not the point, but when leaving the station and especially when changing tracks, I have to stay under 50 or maybe 40, which would be better to not derail the train. So once we leave the station, we have left the station now. Once we get the speed limit of 140, which you see is coming up in 0.6 kilometers, I can start speeding up the train. So just to make you see the SNCF, the TGV. So here you can see it's a double-decker single TGV with the new livery, and so let me put the headlights on and you can see me driving. So just I wipe the screens a little to see clearly what's ahead and before I create the mess. So the idea is, so we have left at 8:03 to cover 114 kilometers, and we will see what speed we can go up to before we come to a point where derailment is possible, and try to avoid any accidents. So we are passing a train. We are going through the outskirts of Ludhiana right now. So let me wake the people up because it's 8 in the morning. So I have got the 140 speed limit now, so I can increase the speed. This part of the track is very nice because, as I said, it's absolutely straight with very little curves, and so you can see the acceleration of the TGV. It's absolutely amazing how quickly it picks up the speed. Almost from 30 to 140 in 1 minute, maybe less, and it will go up to 200 and perhaps 300, and let's see if we can target 400. So we are going through some industrial areas. Let me give a little horn. I would try to speak less and make you enjoy the video. I'll be changing cameras from time to time to give you the best views, which I feel would be nice. of the landscape and the route, everything, the crossing of the trains. And also I will try to comment on different things when necessary. So we are going through the nice industrial neighborhood of Ludhiana, and we are approaching Dhandari main track. So here, of course, we will not stop till Ambala Cantonment, so it's a non-stop service. They say that it will take us around 12 hours to reach it, but for sure the system is not able to calculate the speed of the TGV. So we are already over 300. I will keep the speed limiter at maximum for the moment because it's completely straight line, and see how much we can reach in terms of speed, if we can reach 400 or not. For the moment everything seems to be fine. The train is going okay. I am pretty sure if there were some people over here, they would be scared. What the hell is going on? But we continue on our way. So we are coming to Sanewal station. Here also we will not stop at all. So we have reached 400 kilometers an hour. That's absolutely awesome. I think I will have to put the brakes on here, otherwise so 420, absolutely fine. If I look inside the cabin, not much of vibrations, a little one when the lines are crossing, but more or less fine. So 437, and I think it's best I go down because I know a station is coming up where I need to reduce the speed. So we keep at this speed for the moment. So we are coming to Dovetail station. Once I put a little brake on just to be safe and not derail the train at the very beginning of the video. So we will be crossing Dovetail more or less at 300 km an hour. My god. So the brakes are on full, the throttle is absolutely closed. I release the brakes now. So we will speed up once again once the brakes are fully released. So we will drive till we see a point where any track change is needed. And then, based on my instincts and my reactions, we'll see if we can stop an accident from happening. So let's see how the passengers are doing. There are some passengers in first class, which you can see. I am pretty sure they're scared to death going at this much speed, which normally they are used to in the French network, but on the Indian railway networks not much so. I'm pretty sure there is no one in the bar. Let me see. No, I cannot find anyone in the bar. So here we are going at 276, 275 km an hour. The brakes are fully released. The throttle is at 0. I'm not speeding at this moment. I'm not accelerating, sorry. Let me accelerate a little more just to pass this station. So we left at 8:03 and we are at 8:10. Not 8:10, sorry, 8:10, and we have covered more or less 40 kilometers, a little less than that, in 7 minutes. Nice. So I know a station is coming up where we need to change tracks, and I don't want to speed up, so I keep the speed a little in check. Still, we are going at 285 on a line which is permitted to go at 140. I'm pretty sure the Indian train officials, if they see this video, will not be very happy at all. But I would really love if India puts in place the TGV between the main cities at least, because it will for sure cut down the time, and also I hate flights and I have to take flights almost every week. So here we are coming to a train side junction where we have to change your tracks. So you see there is a double yellow, and the next one will tell me that I have to change track. So I have completely put the train in reverse mode. I have put down the throttle completely and applied full brakes so that I can come down to 40 before I do anything. So I can reduce the brakes now. As you can see in the signal, it says that I will do a track change. I will first of all go to the right hand side, and then I think there will be another one where I will move to the left. So as you can see, the length of the train is not so long, not like Indian Railways where we have 22 wagons connected to one loco. So this is one really strong point for why we can achieve this type of acceleration and not with our Indian Railways engines. And of course another point is this type of junctions where we need to reduce the speed not to derail it. So as you can see, it's going through the Ambala cantonment platform. Sorry, not Ambala cantonment platform. It's going through Khanna station, and I will increase the speed a little. Apply the brakes again because there is a change of track that's coming. Once again we are changing the tracks. It's really a nice view from here if you see how the train is snaking around this nice bend. In the cabin view, so just to show you how the SNCF cabin view, the loco view is. So here you have the throttle. You can put it to forward or reverse based on the need. You have the emergency brakes over here. You have the train brakes. You have the light, which is for the internal, and this one is for the external light. And you have some things like acknowledge. You have the pantograph selection, etc. So I go out again. Seems we missed a crossing. So it's gone, the train, fine. We are on the main line now, so we have got 140 kilometers an hour speed limit, so we can accelerate once again. So just to let you know, guys, I have failed to complete this mission many times because I have not stopped at the correct points where the speed limit is 20 and had a derailment. So this time I hope I will not make the same mistake. So from now on I'm not going to go, because we have already achieved a speed of more than 400 kilometers per hour, so we will try to keep it down to below 300 from here, because of the fact that I know there are some stops which will come and I will not be able to reduce the speed even with emergency brakes, so I have to be careful on that. But we let it accelerate for the moment. We have got only around 66 kilometers to go, so halfway done. So we are coming to Goberindgar station. We will pass straight through, nothing to do here. Here we can see some nice view of the train. So we are going at 354, so let me come down. We are passing another train. It's absolutely incredible the speed with which we are passing them. So I'm going to start applying the brakes now, because I know our station is coming. I want to bring it down to below 250. So we are now more or less fine. I can release the brakes. Let's see the scenery around. Absolutely awesome. Great work from Bharat stream to create this route. If you are a train fan, I do recommend you to go there. So here we are coming to a siding where tracks will change. So I will start applying the brakes from here to come down to the desired speed limit of around 40 km an hour. Don't want to make the same mistake like last time I did and do a mess. So I can release the brakes now, because the train is going to take some time to completely release the brakes, and by that time we will be around 50. Yeah. So we'll go slowly over here. Sorry. So we are coming to Sirhind Junction, platform number 2. Of course, we are not going to stop over here, but we have to reduce the speed of the train to avoid any derailment. So we have another 55 kilometers more or less to go. Let me speed it up as much as possible till the point where we have the 20 kilometer mark, and then we can apply the brakes. So it says it should be in platform number 2. I apply the brakes a little. So a lot of track changes that is happening here. I'm well below the speed limit. When I say speed limit, I mean 40 kilometers an hour, because with 40 kilometers an hour for sure we can make this. So if you look at it from this angle, you can see how the train is snaking around, changing the track twice to come to the platform. People are wandering in the platform. I see some people. That why is there a TGV coming and from where it is coming. Don't worry guys, we'll not stop for you here. I reduce the speed again because once again our tracks are going to change. So we have a yellow signal, if I can see. Yeah, so there is no issues, we can move ahead. So here again the tracks will change. This time I really want to complete the video, so I'm taking it extra carefully. So more or less we are done with the changing of the tracks and we are coming up to the speed limit 140. Here we are. So we start to increase our speed again, and this time, because I have never been this far with the TGV, I try to stay as much as possible under the speed limit of 250, and hopefully I don't have any derailment. Just look at the acceleration guys, this is absolutely awesome. I love it. So a curve is coming. I apply the brakes. And I have another train which is coming. A nice crossing. So I actually decreased the speed from 200 to come down because we are coming to another station which is it's difficult for me to pronounce. I'm really sorry. It's a Sadhugram or Sadhugra. So we are going to pass straight through this one. No change of tracks. A nice station. Some people are there. Shit scared, I'm pretty sure. So now I think we are more or less coming to the outskirts of Ambala. It's only 44 kilometers to go. So we started our journey at 8:03 and now we are at 8:27. Imagine if we had this type of trains in India, how much it will save us. We are going to 300 km an hour now, so I think I need to slow it down a little. I'll leave it for the moment and just close the throttle, not apply the brakes for the moment, because I don't see any curves or anything ahead. Yes, now I have something. And I hope I can stop it before the 20k mark. So basically I put the engine in full reverse, the throttle in full reverse, and the brakes to full. So I am pretty sure it's going to create a mess here. Okay, the first part is done. Okay, I have actually not made it so bad. So I had to stop completely because it was too short. And now I go through the station, which is Sarai Banjara. I'm going at quite a high speed, so I have to reduce the speed because I'm sure there will be some track changes. increase the speed now. At 40 more or less, with this length of the train, it should not cause any derailment. So we are out of that, and now we can again start to accelerate at high speed to reach Ambala cantonment, which is around 36 kilometers from now. The horn is very strong for this train. Normally they don't use the horn too much in the French lines because they are very secured in terms of people cannot come into the rail tracks easily. They are fenced completely, but here you really need to put the horn, otherwise people might just come on the tracks without knowing and going at such high speed. So I reduce the speed here again. We are only 33 kilometers now from our destination. So we're just crossing Rajpura. And I have already started reducing the throttle. I have to apply the brakes a little now because there is a small bend which I have already crossed. So let's go through this bridge. By mistake I put the emergency brake on, so now the train will come to an absolute stop. Sorry for this mistake, it will delay a little before I can restart the train. This is a feature of the TGV that once the emergency brakes are applied, you cannot do anything before it comes to a complete halt. And now it starts to release the brake pressure. we can, as you can see, it releases it completely more or less now, and we can start. So just look at the acceleration now. I have seen the acceleration in WAP 7. The initial part is really comparable. The WAP 7 accelerates absolutely, even with 22 coaches, it accelerates with a really remarkable speed till it reaches 100, and after that, of course, it slows down. The difference here is with the TGV that it goes on beyond that, beyond 100. So we are now in the outskirts of Ambala cantonment, as you can see. It's a fabulous route for high-speed action. So we are coming to Shambhu main track, so Shambhu station, where we will not stop, neither will we change any tracks, so we'll just cross this. I will still apply some brakes because there is a curve ahead. Already doing 250. I can release the brakes now. So we are almost there, 16 kilometers, 15.5, 15.8, sorry. So we are almost there. Oh, a nice diesel locomotive. The crossing is absolutely awesome. I love the sounds and everything. So we are still doing 200 km an hour, which I feel is safe speed because we soon need to deaccelerate quite quickly. So we are almost here. And you can see Ambala Cantonment platform number 1. So I apply the brakes. I completely reverse the engine speeds, everything. I know this is Ambala City platform number 1, so in fact I have to skip this one. So we are skipping at 155, 56. Let's do it a little more. Ah, what the hell? A car was passing. I'm pretty sure it created a mess, a big accident, but okay. So the last stretch, we try to see if we can just reach 200 before we deaccelerate. Yes, we can, and you can see the 60 k's an hour is coming up. So we start applying brakes and completely reverse. So we are now within the speed limit. I release the brakes. Yellow signal meaning we need to stop ahead, as well as the next signal will, I'm pretty sure, tell me that I need to change tracks. You can see it, 20 kilometers per hour is coming. So I see a red light. No, it's a yellow one, so I can pass it. A yellow light normally is a precursor to a red one. As you can see, there's a lot of track changes happening, so I reduce the speed a little more to be sure that if there is a red light before, red light after, sorry, I can stop on time. So for the moment there is no signal, except that it is asking me to reduce the speed to 20 k's an hour. So since we are rolling at 72 and the brakes of this train is absolutely amazing, I think we can start applying the brakes right now. Reduce it a little so that we are more or less, yeah, 50 I think is a good speed. We would reduce it more to 40 k's an hour. Before we enter Ambala cantonment. From here we cannot really speed up anymore because there will be track changes and etc. So we need to reduce the speed a little more. So here you can see we are changing tracks. Let's see from the helicopter view how it looks. And you can see we are almost reaching Ambala Junction. We are already in the station. Yeah, the station is on the right hand side, so we are well within the speed limit to this guy must be really relieved that we have come down to this much of speed, because I'm pretty sure he was praying that we succeed. And now what I'm going to do is going to apply the brakes. Completely. So I let it hold. I switch to neutral. As you can see, the train doors are, these are basically automatic doors, so they open when the passengers wants to do it. So here the scenario is complete, and thank you for watching my video. Hope you like it.